19 performance. He added a goal and an assist, his best outing of the season. This is a matchup to watch.
Yeah, we're going to keep an eye on the specialists, right? You take a look at the Faceoff X, Wambach and Mcmeekin, both among the career active leaders in faceoff wins, and then the goaltenders, right? You got a matchup like this, it's going to be who can steal a save, who can win a couple extra faceoffs to dominate possession. Offense can be your best defense on a day like today.
Third year of this ACC Ivy Challenge. First year that it's moved further north. It was down in Chapel Hill and Durham the past couple of years. Not a bad day. Sun is out. Snow has gone away. 41 degrees. And a standing room only crowd. Colin Burns, one of the most unheralded stars in college lacrosse. He's a junior, so he's now 5 games into his junior season as Mcmeekin wins the face-off stick side high save.
He scored stick side high on that same shot against
9 Princeton win thanks to a 7-point effort by Coulter Mackesy. These teams have met once in the NCAA tournament. They play just about every year over a 7-year span under Bill Tierney.
So much history between these two teams.
Burns with both of the Tigers' early goals and a face-off win for Mcmeekin, who last time his only other face-off win went right to the cage, and it was an easy stick-side save.
But this one will have huge implications on what we see tomorrow.
Princeton split this event against Duke and North Carolina 2 years ago in its first year, and then last year they went down to the Tar Heel State and swept the Tar Heels and the Blue Devils. We talked to the coaching staffs, and right, you look at this event, this is about as good of a simulation for May lacrosse as you can get, playing Friday, Sunday with this gauntlet.
Yeah, you get used to just playing Saturday at noon, Saturday at...
First-year starter at midfield. 6 goals, 6 assists last year, running mostly with the second midfield. Cooper Kistler, the captain, who's back to long stick midfield after starting on close defense in the opener. He's always going to find a way to get by you.
Oh, we saw the highlights of last year. He'll run through you.
Peter Tillman on defense, getting his first start of the season for the Tar Heels. Tigers got an early Burns goal, and then Carolina got the equalizer from Petramala in an unsettled situation, but 3 in a row by the Orange and Black, and they've got a 3-goal lead here of the season. Was on attack the last 3 years. They really liked the dimension that Brevin Wilson brought to attack, so Matten shifting back to the midfield and making an impact.
Hear a lot about Kabiri coming into the season, Chad Palumbo, and there's only so many guys for matchups, right? And Colin Burns often is the beneficiary.
Faceoffs now 5-4 in favor of Mcmeekin and the Tigers, and that was actually the true freshman for Princeton, Russ Fitzgerald, after the violation. Going back to Burns, if you picked him up and you dropped him. North Carolina back within 2, 1:25 to go in the first half. Critical faceoff here is Wambach against Mcmeekin. Mucking it up a little bit. And it's Parker Hoffman with the ground ball and flipping it right back in. We're going to keep one of their poles on the field. 2-car pile up with Kramer and a face-offs even 5 apiece. Brady Wambach, the junior from Pittsford, New York, first-team All-American, 64% a year ago. Mcmeekin jumped way early trying to guess the whistle.
In such a highly contested face-off matchup, these two, Wambach and
reigning Ivy Keeper of the Year, 13 saves on 17 shots, and if you're wondering if that's close to his career high, it's not. 24 in a victory against Rutgers last year. Face-off, Fitzgerald out there after the violation on Mcmeekin. It squibs out of bounds, and the opening possession here in the third quarter to the Tar Heels with a chance to tie it.
Yeah, Fitzgerald, the last one to touch that one before it went out of bounds. So UNC will look, see if they can tie this one up on their first settle. Princeton extends their lead to 2.
Fifth goal of the season to go along with 3 assists.
Rise to the Division I ranks, and talked about the SEC, and then landed on Georgia Tech just so the ACC could get a 6th team and an AQ. I couldn't agree more, but it's just a conference where every game is must-see TV.
I guess at this point, in theory, you could also say something like Stanford.
Sure. Whoever wants to join him, let's get 6. Bunch of potential career days today. I mean, take a look at Craddock, 16 saves.
Colin Burns, his first 2 career opening days, had 4 points. 4 points against Monmouth a couple of years ago. Princeton will stick with Fitzgerald against Wambach. Spees trying to shovel it. And again, Princeton with the ground ball. Carolina takes it back, and it will indeed be North Carolina possession.
Yeah, a little yard sale. Spees tried to not play without the stick, but it's hard to when the ball dribbles in between your legs. The assist today.
Quietly. Princeton with a 3-goal lead back. Critical face-off. Fitzgerald for the Tigers. Wambach, the All-American. Ground ball by Spees, and he throws it over the head of Stahl. So the junior, Lutherville, Maryland, 5 goals in that victory Friday down at Franklin Field. The 7th time in his career he has found the back of the net at least 5 times.
I always wonder the emotions when the Petromalas are playing Hopkins.
His 3rd goal of the season. 8 goals for the Tar Heels by 7 different players. Petromala, the only Tar Heel with multiple tallies.
And a nice clean win by Wambach.
Worked his way into the starting lineup for the first time this year and had multiple goals in 4 of the first 5 games.
There's going to be some pressure on Mcmeekin and the face-off crew to win one, and Mcmeekin gets it.
Mcmeekin had an open look, but had Parker Hoffman coming off the face-off wing right on his heels.
One we want to see again down the line.
Maybe the Tar Heels can stick around and it's a best of 3, carry it through the week.
I think I'd want to get down to UNC. I think it's 66 and sunny.
Headlock, 10-9 Princeton on top. Critical face-off here as it'll be Mcmeekin against Wambach. 3:56 to go. 24 saves for Ryan Craddock. That matches his career high. And Cooper Miller flying off the wing with the ground ball. 2. Mcmeekin just 6 face-off wins, 2 ground balls, so relying on his teammates, but this one won by Wambach. And then put on the turf. Scramble for the ball. Tigers come away with it with Fisher.
Don't be surprised, Princeton